Good morning, everybody. I had to think for a minute and check my calendar date to see what day it was today. It's September 8th here in Lehi, Utah, and the temperature right now is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, and we are going up to a high of 92, supposedly, we'll see, and that is 92 degrees Fahrenheit, 33 degrees Celsius. Someday I'll be able to do this without even looking at the Celsius numbers. You guys across the pond will be all proud of me. I'm Colette the Highway Stitcher. I'm here to give you my stitching from the highway and at home. Again, it's been almost 3 weeks. That's the reason why I had to look up the date. It has been a crazy 3 weeks. I was planning on coming back after a week, and life got in the way. And so if you want to hear about my life updates, I will tell you them at the end of this video. But for now, I'm going to go on and show you what I did get accomplished this last almost 3 weeks. I have a lot of whips to show you, finished objects, some haul, and my plans, and life updates at the end. So stay tuned and you'll be able to see what's all going on. First of all, though, I am going to tell the raffle winners for my last raffle, which I'm sure people have been waiting around for and expecting it a little sooner. I had 2 raffles. Let me see. Oh, they're right here. I had 2 raffles for 3 weeks ago. One of them was this bookmark kit with the cat and the dog. I had told you to put down paw prints in the comments. And so I looked it up on the random comment picker yesterday, so I wouldn't have to take time on my floss tube. And the winner for that is Jean Tompkins. Jean Tompkins, you won the kit. I will have my email down below. Please email me with your snail mail address. And then my second pattern was Cat's Reflection Sampler, the Peruvian Cats kit. This will be coming to you already used, of course, but I'm sure some of you did enjoy it. I had about 30 people who wanted it. So anyway, the winner for that is the name Grant Sigsworth, though I believe it might be a Judy because she gave me a comment and signed it with Judy. So if you could contact me at my email below, I will send you this particular one that you won. So those are those. I have a couple for this coming week too, hopefully. So, but I have to make a comment though. I am going to mention these next giveaways, but I probably will not be able to send them out until after I get back. I have some highway stitching updates for where I am going to go during my plans part. So you will have to wait for these particular raffle items, and you may have to wait to have them called too until a few weeks from now. But if you're still interested in them, go ahead and place a comment. This is also a bookmark kit. It's pretty flowers. Looks like poppies and sunflowers on this one. So I'm going to have you put down flowers for this kit if you're interested. So another bookmark kit of flowers. Okay, this next one is kind of a situation where I forgot I already bought one and then I bought another one. So anyway, for those of you who are excited about this, you have an opportunity because I had 2 and I'm giving one away. This is one of Hello by Liz Matthews, 12 Days of Christmas charts. And this is the 3rd day of Christmas. So if you guys have not purchased this one yet and you like Liz Matthews' 12 Days of Christmas patterns, then here's your opportunity to try to get one free to add to your stash of her kits. I guess, let me see. I don't know. It's supposed to be 3 French hens. So put 3 French hens, I guess. That's what this one is. So if you're interested in that pattern, then that's what you put down. So, and again, I might call them if I get my floss tube done next week, hopefully. I might call the winners at that time. If I don't, then it won't be until I come back at the 1st of October. So you know, that's gonna take a little bit more time than what I would hope to do, but if you are interested, go ahead and go for them. Okay, I'm gonna go on. I have a finished object first. Let me see if there's anything else here. Okay. Boy, this is going to be a discombobulated floss tube. I was searching all over for my notes because I have tons of notes this time for all my pieces and I couldn't find them. But I did find them finally. So, onward. Okay, we have a finished object here. Amazingly. This was a pre-stitch that we are doing for a virtual retreat called Friend Stitch. And it's a retreat that's being put on by the designers Heart and Hand, Cecilia Turner, and Bent Creek. Our plans are we had to pre-stitch this, and when the retreat happens, they will show us how we finish it. So this was the pre-stitch for it. I did mine. I didn't buy the called for fabric, which was Vintage Country Mocha. I thought I had some because I have so much of that, but I had used all of mine up for the Lizzie Kate monthly sale that I'm doing. So I searched in all my scraps and found this 32 count tumbleweed by, I think Tumbleweed is by Zweigart. I think it feels like a Zweigart fabric. Though I could be wrong, it might be Witch Hilt, who knows. But anyway, it is tumbleweed color. I think it turned out nice with the colors on this. So I did find, I believe I might have subbed at one color, but I don't remember what it was at the time. I just stitched this up really fast in just a few hours and set it aside. So this, let me see, will be the pre-stitch for our Friend Stitch retreat that we will finish. So that's my one FO. Okay, on to, actually this next one is an FO too. But sometimes I don't consider it that because to me it won't be fully finished until I'm done with every single month. But if you want to call it an FO, this is the Lizzie Kate Flip It series, and I just stitched September. My last floss tube I showed you August because I was gone for like 3 weeks. Well, now September got done too. That's a cutie with a schoolhouse. So anyway, this is my last square left of a big square of Vintage Country Mocha, which will get my last 4 pieces. Well, now 3. So do October, November, December. So I'm going to close it up here so it'll be a little easier to show you the close up the September one. Here she is. This is stitched, of course, on, oh my goodness, 28 count. Yeah, 28 count Vintage Country Mocha on the right side of the fabric. That's just a inside joke with a friend. This ended up being about 1,565 stitches, which is generally what most of these Lizzie Kates are, give and take a little bit. I used most of the called for flosses, except I did do 2 substitutions. I did for the Weeks Morris Blue, which was the clouds right there. It was supposed to be like a very pale blue. I didn't have that, so I substituted a Leo and Roxy Polar Ice for that. So I think that turned out pretty good. It looks like a light pale blue. And then the other one, I substituted for Weeks Charcoal a Color and Cotton Dark Indigo, which was all this dark charcoal gray look around the whitewash for the September lettering, which I think turned out pretty close to what it was supposed to be too, because here we go. I'll show you the actual picture again. It came pretty close to what the colors were, I think. So anyway, those were the 2 I subbed out. This is 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. And that's the September Lizzie Kate. So I'm still keeping up. Okay, the next one, which I'm also keeping up on, is I usually do this on Sunday. This is the Temperature Topography piece by Stitchy Mommy. It's available on Etsy if you want to get it. Also, if you want to go onto her site, Sarah now has her January, her new 2022 temperature chart, which is butterflies, and it's really, really pretty. So, really cute. This one I work on every Sunday, like I said. I did do 2 letters this time, since I was gone for a while. I finished the T in August, and I finished the S. And this fabric is 32 count Be Stitched Me fabric in the colorway Peanut. This is also stitched 2 over 2, 2 linen threads, 2 floss over 2 linen threads. I'm using kind of a combination of my floss colors and then the ones that Sarah had in the 4-degree varied temperature chart. Most of them are her colors, though I didn't have exactly everything, so I subbed in a couple. Let's see. Okay, as far as this, as you can see, the colors are changing a little bit. The T there down at the bottom was darker, so of course we had some 90s, low 90s. And then again, as you can see with the S, we had some 80s, because that's what my colorway is for that. So our weather is getting pretty much typical here in Utah. The colors, when I've been doing every Sunday and doing the letters, the colors have been more typical for here, for this time of year, which is varying between 80, 81 to 90 to 92. Today it's supposed to be 92, so we'll see if it makes that. I would expect if we get any kind of a low pressure system and get any precipitation, which would be nice, we could use it. I will go down again, and once Utah temperature gets hit with like a little bit of rain or precipitation and onward to snow, it never rises back up to the degrees that it was before. So I expect that if that happens to us, which there's nothing in the Weather Channel or anything else saying that's going to happen in the near future, but whenever it does, then it'll probably slip down to 75 and won't go back up again. That's generally what happens here in northern Utah. I wish we would have more precipitation. We've been getting the smoke from the Northern California fires because generally the wind blows this way. And then it just hits our Rocky Mountains, the start of our Rocky Mountains, and then just sits there. So we've had some bad air quality days, so it would be nice to get some more precipitation, but it doesn't look like, at least in the next week, that we're going to get any. I think that's about it for Temp Typo. So I'm going to move on to another one that a friend of mine mentioned I should call it a finish. And I guess it is, but I just always think of the whole thing being finished. Is the Talavera pattern by Linen and Threads. It's their 2022 mystery cell. This is an old one. It doesn't have the new pattern, the new square in there, which is going right here, which I did print off. I'm hoping to finish it this week, so before I do some highway traveling. Anyway, one thing I did finish up though, which I'm happy about, is I finished up my strips. So hold this back here, and you can see that all my strips are done all the way down as far as I can go with them. So I'm happy about that. So I will go on and work on that next square, which should take me 2 to 3 days. I'll get it done and I'll be totally caught up. Oh, I'm excited about that. Anyway, this is a this is a 32 count. I mean, it's a white even weave Zweigart. I wanted white so that the colors that I picked would stand out. I'm stitching it 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. I have 5 DMC colors. If you're interested in what they are, contact me and I'll give them to you. They are just DMC colors, and as you can tell when you look at it closer, they're like teals, a burnt orange and a yellow, and the navy royal blue. I think it's a royal blue actually, not a navy. So So onward and upward, I've caught up almost and ready to move on. So loving this piece. Okay, my next one is one that has to be worked on a lot in these next few weeks. I need to get it done by my birthday, which is October 29th. So I've got about 6 weeks left to work on it. And those who know what I'm talking about is this one, Those Who Sing by the Drawn Thread. Such a cute pattern with the birds and the house and the bench. So love this pattern. I chose this pattern with my birthday twin, Krista. She has finished hers. It's beautiful. It's on the called for fabric, I believe 40 count. And she used the dinky dyed silk threads for hers. If I'm wrong, Krista, bop me on the head and tell me right. But we got together for a video chat on Labor Day, Monday, and had a good time talking, and she showed me her finished piece, and I told her I'm going to get it finished in time. And we discussed what we were planning on doing for our next B-Day Sal. We haven't decided yet, but hopefully we'll decide pretty soon. We have some good ideas. And not only did I stitch this some with Krista on Labor Day, I also stitched some of it with Sarah, Stitchy Mommy, because she also got this pattern for her birthday. Her birthday was yesterday, but she asked if she could join in because since it was her birthday, it was a birthday piece that she received for her birthday, if she could join in with us. So I video chatted with her and also got more done. So this is where I am up to now. And way down here, I believe, if I looked at it right, I'll look at the picture again, the house starts. So let's see. Yeah, actually not below the red bird, but below that yellow and black winged bird is where the house starts. So anyway, that's getting me excited because I'm on my way to getting it finished. So I'm stitching this on a Zweigart 32 count vintage country. Okay, get off the vintage country mocha Colette. I'm stitching this on 32 count vintage Stormy Night. As you can see, it's the Zweigart fabric that is printed on the front and not on the back. It's just standard kind of a light gray blue. I thought it was kind of pretty with kind of getting a stormy look on my birds and my house. And let's see what else. It is, of course, 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. And I put in 1,566 stitches on this the last almost 3 weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I also finished my first 400 stitches of Zombie Run for my challenge. So this will continue to be worked on quite a bit. I will take it with me on my highway stitching. And so, you know, to try to get it finished. So that's Those Who Sing. It's an enjoyable pattern to stitch. One thing that Krista brought up in it, and actually I thought about this too, those leaves are very soothing to stitch and fun to stitch. And what's really fun too is the smaller leaves there. You can see there's some smaller leaves and larger leaves. They're all the same amount of stitches. The small ones are all 20 stitches and the larger ones are all 30. So when I count it, it makes it really easy because I already know what those stitches are, 20 and 30. So it makes it easy. So that's Those Who Sing. My next piece is a Sunday piece that I work on. This is called Enchanted Ornament Stocking by Dimensions. It's a gold collection kit. I'm stitching this with Amy of Amy Loves Toads. Hi, Amy. And you're probably farther along than me. But I do stitch on it every Sunday afternoon. At the most, I've gotten in 300 stitches. And that's including back stitches, which Seems like I'm just slowly going along, but I have to keep telling myself that's still getting a little done every week. So I kept this one in my Q-snaps. So, and let's see here, see if the blue shows up a little better. Yeah, it does with the paper behind it. This is on the kit fabric, which is a 16 count, kind of a light blue Aida. I started in the middle of the pattern, and I've been kind of, as I've been going, doing the back stitching too. So this is kind of one of the ornaments that's in the middle there. Actually, I should probably show you exactly where it is here. Excuse me, I'm flying all over the place. So as you can see there, it's that one near to the top with the houses and the tree. So anyway, that's what I've accomplished so far in the last, I believe, 2 Sundays. And so it's not bad. It's these gold kits, they take longer to me because I'm pulling out threads, different color threads every time I turn around. So there's not like a large section of any one color, which makes it a little slower going. But I do enjoy it though. Excuse me. And let's see, this is 2 floss threads over 1 Aida block, so over 1. And I did about 600 stitches. And I do like it. It's really nice. So I've been enjoying it. So anyway, I will continue on that. Okay, my next pattern is Artisy, moving into my full coverage. This is a lace maker. The artwork is by Miles Burkett Foster. This is my 21,000 stitches in 2021, which I have been keeping up with. This is also my Q-snaps, but I am going to take off the one side and try to give you an idea here of how it's been looking. So here it is, fully all the way across. All that white, light blue, and light cream is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that's the reason why I kind of decided to do this piece is my 21 in 21. Firstly, because I'm a lace maker and I loved this picture of this lace maker. Second, I figured it was my way of keeping me on goal for getting all of that white, cream, and blue done. And I'm done with it totally. There's probably only about 200 or 300 stitches left of any white through this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, I'm stitching this on a 25 count white even weave. 1 floss thread over 1 linen thread, so complete cross, full crosses. And last time when I showed you this, I had finished all the way across the top, but only had done just a little, probably 1 or 2 stitches all the way across to get to the end. And of course, there was the line for the roof and the chimney, and of course the trees over there. So I did, let me see, I did almost 2,000 stitches, 1,896. And what I did this time was I worked on the roof and got all the way down to here. So I did several complete finishes of blocks and then moved down to here. Then I got a little burned out and bored with roof, even though it's actually a lot funner than all that white. Because there is, as you can see, there's a little bit of changes in the roof color. So it wasn't like I was totally just doing white with some light blue. But I did get a little tired of it after a while. So then I moved over here to the line of the roof because I only had just a few stitches in there that I had gotten done. So I wanted to kind of fill it in more to show the actual roof line better. So I did that also. Went down here, worked a little bit there. And then finally my last part was I thought, oh, I think I'm going to start working on that recessed window, which has a lot of black in it, which is surprising. So I'll show you again the picture. There is the recessed window up there by the chimney. And so I started on like that top part where the black and the dark brown is. Probably I'll make it look dimensional, so it'll start popping out when I start getting more of it done. So there's Lace Maker moving along. So see if there's anything else I mentioned on it. I'm making good progress on it, which I'm happy about. So, and I will continue on this, definitely. I'm excited about it now. It's just been really fun. So, really fun for a full coverage. Okay, I have one other piece to show, and then some other actually FOs that I finished that aren't cross-stitching related. Sarah Stitchy Mommy was showing that she was starting 4 starts for her birthday month in September. And one of them was this Heaven and Earth design, Hibiscus Fairy. This is not the bestest picture of it. It is so much more brightly colorful than this. But I did not want to use up all my printing colors and have to buy more. So I just printed it off for how it looked. This is artwork of this is by Meredith Dillman. And the reason why I fell in love with this was the bright colors and the hibiscus up there, because I just love hibiscus. I grow them in my front yard. We call them Rose of Sharons up here, but they're basically a type of hibiscus that grows in Utah and dies back during the winter, during the snow, and then comes back again in the summer. I have these gorgeous purple blooms. So this just looked so fun, so I decided to start this. I worked on it during the time that Sarah worked on hers. I'm stitching mine. I found that I had a large half yard piece of light, they call it baby pink, 18 count Aida. And I had never stitched on it before, and I thought, well, this is as good a time as any to bring it out and use it for this piece, because the colors kind of work good with the background of the light pink. This is 2 floss threads over 1 Aida block, and I like the coverage on it. A lot of other people say they like 2 floss threads with a full cross on 18 count Aida. And it's gonna be a huge piece, of course. I didn't take it out of the Q-snaps. It's huge and stiff as Aida is. But I like the color choice on that Aida. I ended up doing exactly 1,000 stitches. That was kind of my goal. I didn't think I'd accomplish it, actually, because I had a lot of things going on over the weekend. But I ended up getting like 200 to 300 stitches a day, and then ended up making the amount of stitches I wanted done. Of course, 200 on this particular one doesn't get you too far. I mean, 1,000. Probably I'm still right in there where all the light colors are kind of mixing in with the other brighter colors. Again, that's not a good showing of the colors. These are the actual colors. So beautiful, beautiful reds. Just all kinds of shades of oranges, dark oranges, reds, combinations of the two. So, anything else on this? Nope. When I reached the goal, I set it aside. Excuse me. And I'm hoping to pick it up again sometime in the near future and work on it again. It's been fun. So those were my stitched items for this last 2.5, 3 weeks. I also finished something totally different to show you. I have 2 friends who are having babies, and so I made 2 flannel blankets. Here's the first one. It's all the different animals, flowers, little creatures, all sorts of things. So little animals. I thought it was really cute. So that was the first one with a solid kind of a greenish back. And then the second one is a bunch of little hedgehogs with like oak leaves, mushrooms, things like that. You can see the little hedgehogs on their back and on their sides. That's so cute. Oak leaves, mushrooms. Wow. So a couple little flannel blankets. Did the little over stitching on them there, you can see. So on that one, the green. On this one, like a peachy color. So just couple little flannel blankets that I did and finished for a couple friends that I've made through videos, and congratulations to them on having their first children. Okay, I'm going to move on to haul. Lots of haul because I haven't been around for a while. But I'm going to go through these fairly fast because I bet you most of you guys have seen them. I'm not taking these out of the paper. This is my August. Let me see, when's August? I guess I don't have my September yet. I get 10 total of the Color and Cotton thread clubs of the month. So this is the all colors one. And you can see the colors pretty well through there actually. They're so pretty. I like that red and I like that blue. So, and then the other one is this one. We've got like a sunflower yellow, like a dark blue, black, another type of a red. So it's another pretty one. So that was my Color and Cotton for the month. My Bestitch Me, which I think they're sending me out another one now. But the one for last month was a Garden Party. It's real pretty. It's like mottled colors. It's a more mottled one with like browns and pinks. It's probably a little better looking at it back there. So like mottled pinks, browns, and kind of creams. I also managed to snatch some Luminous Fiber Arts fabric when she came on and said she had some for sale. I got on her Etsy site, I got this Soft Sea, a fat quarter of Soft Sea, 40 count. It's a really pretty color. And I also purchased from her, let me see, this is called Plain Air, Pleinair, a 32 count. So it's basically, it's not a mottled one. It's hard to see here, but it's like a very pale blue, which is not showing up at all. But it's one of those pale blue colors that I like to have in my collection. And then the final haul I had is I'm part of, oh no wait, I have a couple more hauls. I purchased some more full coverage patterns online. The one was Hibiscus Fairy, which I just showed you and started. Heaven and Earth had a sale. But I also found a mini. I just can't let one pattern go, even on PDFs, digital. So I had always liked the artwork by Lucy Pittaway. I thought it was so cute. So I got a mini. It's called Mini A Cheeky Escape. I've always loved these sheeps with Lucy Pittaway's patterns. So I just thought that was so cute. This is two sheep with a little daisies on their behinds and the balloons. This is so much cuter in the real color. Again, I just colored this. I just copied this off on my my printer, which doesn't show the colors justice, but it is so cute. and colorful. So I got that along with Hibiscus Flower. They had a sale, so just before we were starting the sale, so before I started stitching with Sarah, so that was great. And then I'd been going to Pain Free Crafts for Paine Free Crafts, which is a full coverage store, for quite a while, and had wanted to pick up some patterns, and I finally did. The two that I picked up, again, I couldn't get by with just one. I've always loved this Knitting Circle by Chris Dunn. Lousy colors again, but that was so hilarious with those sheep knitting. It's so funny. And see the one right here, knitting towards them, and then the doily on the back. Just the most hilarious thing in the world. I love this picture. So I couldn't pass this one up. And then the other one, I love the artwork by that Pain Free. They have an artist called Alida Akers. Akers, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I love all of this patterns, and they are so bright and so colorful and so beautiful, so you can't go by this picture. But I decided to choose Almost Hidden by Spring. So just adjust it in your eyes of thinking you've got all these bright, beautiful colors here. And so I just love her artwork, just the fun picket fence, the fun, funky houses and the trees. And then put that in, if you look up Pain Free and look up the actual picture, you'd just be blown away. Pictures are so pretty. So I picked up those two Pain Free full coverages, as if I needed any more full coverages. But I am planning on starting them sometime. My last one, which I mentioned just a minute ago, I thought was my last, and then I realized I had forgotten about the full coverage ones, is this is, let me see if I can find the paper that came with it. This is another one. This is the second kit from Dying to Stitch of the Quaint Country Ladies Club. This is a kit by Pineberry Lane. And they've had a hard time getting the fabric and floss and stuff, so it came a little bit later. But actually, I didn't think it came that super late. It doesn't matter to me. So anyway, I thought this one was cute. It says a token of friendship, and then it has the initials. Pineberry Lane has some pretty cute patterns. This is an exclusive kit. They give you the fabric, the floss, the backing, the edging, everything. So anyway, that was my kit that came this month, which probably has already been shown by those of you who get the kit from Dying to Stitch, but anyway, it was still part of my haul. Okay, on to my plans. This week, I'm hoping to get back to you in about a week. I hope to. So one thing that will be finished for sure will be the September Talavera block. So that one will be done. My lace maker, I'm going to continue working on that. Not sure where I'm going to work on. I probably will work on that window some more. That's kind of intriguing me, and I want to see how the 3D effect comes of it looking like it's kind of pushed out from the actual house. So I'll probably continue working on the window or around the window, maybe some of the chimney. I don't remember how many stitches I've got to do, but it's probably at least 500, so I will work on that one. I'm going to pick up another zombie run challenge for daily 30, and I have 3 left to do. I already finished my 400 stitches challenge on Those Who Sing. So I need to work on my other 3 that I chose during the year. So I'll probably work on my sampler, because it is sampler September. I haven't picked up any of my samplers yet. So I think I'll work on Harriet Elizabeth Coe and get her 400 stitches done. So those are my plans for the week. See if I manage to achieve them. And then I also have highway plans. I am leaving in a week and a half on the 19th, which is a Sunday, and I'm heading down to Southern California for our 6th Southern California stitching retreat. We call it the SoCal Stitching Retreat, and we hold it in Temecula, California. and it's September 23rd through the 26th. But I'm heading down early to do some other meetups with friends, and also some other things that I wanted to do. And then afterwards, I will be staying with my sister for a week. I'm excited. This is the first actual, well, let me see. Is it the first retreat? No. Why, I'm forgetting. It's not my first retreat back after the pandemic. StitchCon was. But this is my second retreat that I'm able to go to. Cross your fingers. Everything seems to be fine. Even though they've been having some challenges with the Delta variant down there, just so we have our vaccination cards, and we may be able to stitch outside if stitching inside is, doesn't work. This place is huge, and so I'm thinking that it'll work out fine. And so far, it's just a week and a half before everything is a go. So I'm excited about that. I will have to plan what I'm taking down there, and that is not finalized as of yet. I will for sure take those who sing, because I've got to get that done by the end of October. And more than likely a few other pieces that need to get done for other challenges. And I'll work on them during the retreat and also when I'm visiting. And then those are my highway plans. And then in October, and I'm hoping to give these plans out next week too, even though this may be a little early for my October birthday month, but I'm hoping to do 4 starts for my birthday month, just as Sarah did. With my craziness of being gone a lot of times, parts of October, this may not work out, but I'm going to try. And the first one, I will plan on knowing what the first one is by next week, so I can take it with me to Southern California. So that's the plans as of right now. If you want to stop now, you can. If you want to know what kept me from doing a floss tube the last 3 weeks, you can stay on and listen. I had issues with my own health. That was part of the reason why I did not do a floss tube for several weeks. Then everything was, getting better pretty much. I'm having a few issues with my anxiety medication and some pain, but sometimes I have to deal with that anyway, and I'm just kind of working around seeing if I need to up my dose or whatever. But that of course would not have kept me from making another video. What happened was my son-in-law, my daughter's husband, my youngest daughter's husband, ended up in the emergency room hospital with COVID, the Delta variant. It was very scary. He didn't end up in ICU, thank goodness. He was in the regular part of the hospital. My daughter, very smart daughter that she is, her husband's name is Ethan. My daughter's name is Shannon. Ethan has a sister who is a nurse. And Shannon Shannon talked to her and asked her to come over and check him and check his breathing. And she did. And she told him to go to the hospital right then. She said that he was at the line where you need to be in the hospital and have oxygen. Thank goodness he didn't have to have the ventilator. He just got extra oxygen and stayed in the hospital for about 4 days. He had kind of a dip there for a day. The doctor there, who was very knowledgeable on how the Delta variant was working by then, wanted him to stay in for those days because he said from how long Ethan had had it, those were the worst days for his oxygen levels. And he was right, because he kind of dropped during those 2 days, so the doctor kept him. And so that was really smart. He went home. He's very tired. He's weaning himself gradually off the oxygen. Quite a bit of really unsettling scariness. It was a time, you might think that I got a lot of stitching done, but it was actually in fits and starts. It was more like I could do it. I was so distracted. I could do it for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I couldn't do it anymore. Because you have all these other things flitting around. So I would move from that to reading, to watching TV, just vegging, not being able to do anything. So so many thoughts and just worried, so much worry. So anyway, that was what was actually going on with me. He is getting better. So grateful for that. And I did not really go on much on any Facebook or Instagram at the time. Just was so busy and wrapped up in that, and just kind of trying to do a little of my calming stuff. So anyway, grateful for all of you out there, for any kind thoughts and prayers that you have for me. You always have been there for me, so I'm grateful for that. So I apologize for not letting anybody know. It was kind of terrifying at the time, and by the time I stepped back and he got out of the hospital, it was like I thought, well, now he's back. So but if you want to keep him in your prayers to continue to improve, that would be great. Thanks all of you all the time for following my floss tube. Hopefully I can be back next week without any other problems or anything else getting in the way. It's a good thing I keep my gratitude book behind me here on the bookcase, because otherwise I would totally forget it all the time and have to stop the video and get it. But I'm not going to stop the video. I'm just going to turn around, get it out, and we'll pick up we'll do a September one, and I'll just let it fall open in September and see what it ends up being. Okay, I may have done this one already, but it seems so appropriate for what's been going on the last couple of weeks. I'm going to do it again. Now, maybe nobody will remember it. I don't know. This is September 30th, so it's the end of the month. It says, life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the boats. Oh, that's how I felt like my life was this last couple of weeks. Felt like a shipwreck. But you have to remember to sing in those boats so you can make it across. So that's my quote for today. Life is a shipwreck, but we can't forget to sing in our boats. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me as always. Remember the beauty out there. Take it with you always. I'll be taking it with you. I'll be taking it with me when I go to my off-road stitching, and hopefully I'll see you next week, and you guys all take care. Bye-bye.